Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, thanks for stopping by. So for my next video, I decided to talk about books, baby books. So this video will focus on talking about baby books that you can introduce to your babies from birth, as well as this video is dedicated to books that are meant for learning possibilities. So they will talk about books that teach your children color, numbers, shapes, as well as books that help the child learn through feel and texture and sound. So let me start by looking at the very first book. So this is a soft book made from fabric. So this is a great first book to introduce to your infant. It is a very soft book, so if your child plays around with it, throws it around, he will never hurt himself because it is super soft. It is very, very bright in color. It's called Baby Animals Counting Book. It's by Fisher-Price. So it has a Velcro opening, so you open up the book. And this is a number book, so it teaches numbers. So there's numbers 1, 2, 3, 4. And now this book has a lot of things for the baby to touch and feel. So like this tail, this crinkly leaf. There is this texture on the alligator that your child can touch. A little fake fur on the bear. And this page has a little rattle sound that the baby can listen to, and has a little flap with the whale, and all these have crinkly things in it. So that's a very nice book for your child to explore. Actually, when I do tummy time with my infant, I put it out, so when he's on the tummy, he can look at the book. Sometimes he touches the leaves and crinkles them. He really likes this book. So that's a great first book. Also, this book is washable, so if your baby, is teething and he chews on it, you can always wash it so it's clean. Now, when babies are born, they say that they can see color, but they have a hard time differentiating between similar colors. So like they have a hard time seeing reds and oranges. They're much better able to see colors that are very different. So they like high contrast books, as well as they like to see big pictures and close to their face because they can't see very far. So they made these awesome baby books. So this one is called Hello Animals. They're actually black and white for the reason that they're high contrast. So the baby can see really well. It has nice big pictures like this panda, the cow. So this one just has a little bit of colors in it as well, because if you see white, black, and green, they're all contrasting to each other. There's no colors that are too similar to each other. So this book has animals, so a snake, a tiger, and a little bit of color everywhere, but mainly just black and white. A giraffe, a zebra, a dog, and a penguin. Has a fish and a leopard. So these are the very awesome first books. Actually, my baby is just 4 months right now, and he actually likes to look at these books. He'll stare at the pages because I guess he can see the high contrast. From the same kind of deal, there's this book called Black and White. I bought these black and white books on Amazon. So this one actually is a bit of a different story. This one opens up just like that. So you have the black pictures on the white background, and on the other side you have white pictures on the black background. And these are awesome. So if you put your baby, let's say, in a playpen or a crib, while you're watching them, you can put this just along the side of the crib while they're lying down, and they can just be looking at the pictures. So which is pretty awesome. Now, next book I would say would be something like this. This is by Sassy. It's called Who Says. So this one also has a lot of baby-like patterns. So this book is very good. It teaches the baby the animal, the noise the animal makes, and just has a little bit of a saying. Has a little bit of color, but a lot of the contrast. So this you can learn with your baby, the animals, as well as the color. Because if you see, there's a yellow page and a green page. So this one kind of covers a lot of things, like textures and colors and what the things are. So that's an absolutely awesome book. Now let's talk about the color books that teach color. So there's this book called Color Fun. This one has the flaps, so it shows you a green apple, and it asks the child what this apple is, so it's clearly red. So you open the flap, and it shows you that it's red and says the color red. So this is Lift the Flap book, just like that. Now, next book is by Baby Einstein. So this one is called I See Colors. So this one tells you the name of the color. So like here it says yellow, and then it shows you the picture of a item that's yellow. So in this case, a yellow rose. And also I really like this book because it has very realistic pictures. So like photographs instead of, let's say, drawings. So I feel like the child will, you know, see how an item actually looks, like let's say a campfire, right? And when he sees it in the nature, he'll be able to better recognize it because he actually saw the exact photo of how it's supposed to look. It also has a little cutouts, like see here, like a rainbow cutout. So that's an awesome book again. And another book that teaches baby colors is this one. It's kind of like a soft front, but it's still wipeable and washable, which is very nice. So this again has 2 pages dedicated to every color. So like here's yellow, and it shows you all the yellow items. We have the red page, blue page, green page, and black and white. So this again, very high contrast. So this would be great 2 pages to show to your child. Now let's talk about books that cover counting, so numbers. So this book starts with the number 5, and as you go down through the pages, goes all the way down to number 1. Now every number in this book is textured. So like this is a velvet fabric. This is kind of like a microfiber material. So this, while you're showing the baby, let's say, okay, this is number 2, they can touch and feel. So there's, so that you know, when you're teaching a baby, there's more of an interaction going on than you just simply reading the book. You actually get the baby to touch the number or trace the number with their finger. Goes all the way to the end. This is all textured with velvet material as well. And there's a little lift the flap as well. Now there's these 2 books which are very similar in design. So this one is called 5 Little Ladybugs, and this is called Goodnight Sweet Butterflies. So this one here, you open up, starts with number 5. There's 5 ladybugs that your child can actually like count by pressing on it. As you turn the pages, 1 disappears, so it keeps counting down. So 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, and the same deal here. Butterflies. So I believe it starts with 9 butterflies, and it gets to be less, but also every page, every 2 pages is a different color. So like purple, orange theme, pink theme, red, yellow. So you can also teach the color. And of course you can also teach the animals, as this book has a lot of different animals like the fox and the sheep and the birds. So you can also do that. And also here, if the baby touches, there's a bit of a texture going on here as well with the shiny design. Now there's this book called Round Like a Ball. So this one here is to teach the shapes. So circle. These are also like cut out here, and instead they're sticking out here. So you can always tell your child to trace with the finger the shape. So like here's the circle. So this page shows the shape, and this page shows what could be that shape. So like a ball is circle. And then there's a square, triangle, diamond, and a star. So that's for the shapes. Now this book teaches about animals. So this says, Who Am I? Wild Animals. So this book, when you open up, there's a little bit of a peekaboo going on. So you can say peekaboo, and there's the panda. So this book teaches you about the animal. So like this one here says, Who am I? I'm a black and white. I live in forests. I'm good at climbing trees. I like to eat bamboo. So clearly that's a panda. So every few pages will tell you stuff about the animal and then show you what the animal is, like a parrot. Also on this pages here, it tells your child kind of an activity they can do. So like flap your arms and pretend to fly. So you kind of interact with the child and tell them to do the activity that the book says. So it goes through all these different animals. Okay. There's also books like these. These are what they call kind of peekaboo books. So as you're reading, it says, it talks about this mouse that I see you in different places. So like here, I see you hooting in a tree. I see you weaving your twinkly web. So every page talks about a mouse being somewhere, and you keep going, looking through the hole. And at the end, it has the mouth and this shiny, beautiful kind of textured flower. So that's kind of the fun peekaboo book. Then we also have books like this, which are called pop-up books. So these you don't want to necessarily give to your child because of course they can tear it and break it. But it's just for you while the baby is small. You can open it and show them pages because you see like things pop up like this, which I think for the baby is very, very interesting. These are pop-up books. And lastly, there's a lot of board books and plastic books, which I think are awesome while your children are very small until you teach them how to take care of the books. Because of course they like to chew on the books and they like to tear them because they don't know any better at first. So like this is kind of like a plastic material book. This came in a set. This is just one of them to show you. So very bright, nice colors, but very, very thick pages, and they're all wipeable. So this is awesome to give to your baby. While, you know, like let's say they're on the baby gym and you can give it to them and they can just flip the pages without you because you know they will not tear the book like this. And lastly, books like this. So this is called I'm Just a Little Meerkat. So this is a story about a meerkat. But also you see every page is the meerkat's face and has the googly eyes. So it's kind of fun for the child. So this is the collection of kind of educational books I have. I also have books with these stories and fairy tales. So if you'd like me to do a video about the rest of my books, please comment below. If you like the video, click the thumbs up button. Please subscribe. I'd like to have you. I'll be making more videos shortly. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.